Take your time.
You had made a comment about Senator Seward and home rule.
Right.
Could you expel on that a little bit, what you meant by that statement?
There is a, Seward in the Senate has, who knows where it's going. But Seward, there's like 1,000 bills, and but one of those is the so-called Seward home rule bill. And basically, depending on who you talk to, and he started talking about this bill before the cases came out, Middlefield and Dryden. And at that point, what supposedly he was doing with that law is clarifying or confirming home rule. Now, when that happened, a bunch of people asked us, because we're kind of involved in this area, people asked us what we thought of that. And we said, we're not going to get involved because we don't do anything in Albany, but you don't need any clarification. You don't need confirmation. This is even before the cases, because you've got home rule right now. You got municipal home rule statute. You don't need anybody to confirm it for you or clarify it. And what we were worried about is that when somebody saw that, industry was going to jump in and basically try to undercut it. So we said, you don't need it, just ignore it. Now, since the cases have come out, the cases are so strong, despite what some of the people on the other side say. They're so strong that virtually everybody is now saying, no, we don't need that amendment. The law, is what we thought it was, and here it is crystal clear. That's why when I say, there are different ways to win lawsuits. You can have a lawsuit where there's 5 issues there, and this guy wins one of them, and there's a tie on one of them, and this person, gets 3 of them. But the suit still goes over to this guy because the one issue in the case was so important. In both of these cases, it was bam, bam, knockout for both of them. It wasn't procedural. It wasn't. They could not be better decisions for people who care. Forget gas drilling. For people who care about local control, home rule, they couldn't be better. And the beauty of it, from a lawyer standpoint, is it's not new law. We've said all along that this is the law. When you're trying to make new law, then you never know what's going to happen on appeal. But this is not new law. This is just applying law that the lawyers all think. So long story short, what I was referring to is there's this so-called Seward bill out there that's been out there forever. My guess is it's not going to go anywhere because at least the people in favor of home rule absolutely agree with what I just told you. It is not needed.